Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I hope this is the end of your day of fasting, some kind of week everybody is supposed to be. But inshallah, the one who is a good believer won't be any feeling any hunger or any thirsty for the blessing of this month. Other than that, if you are not eating in other day, but you will after 4 or 5 hours, you will feeling kind of dizzy, kind of hard stomach problem or something. But in the blessing of this month, and the one who is more mu'min, more confidence, the believing of this blessing by this month, as he has, inshallah, will be much more power and has a strength. He can stay with the good. Inshallah, you will stay with me, that is to be without any feeling any hungry or any boring, inshallah. However, I talk about the believers. The believers, Allah love the believers, really, with the one who is believe Him and the one who is perform all His order, all His hukum, and that He is His places the highest place, like I mentioned it, ajran azima, best reward give by Allah to those who are believer. Also in Quran, as like I mentioned, is 85 times. Yes, now I'm sure this is, I remember it was 85 times Allah stayed to the talking through to the moment, starting by each verse from the beginning, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu. So even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the mu'mineen is not as special, mu'mineen also is involved with the whole people. But at the same time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the all people, for the all salvation, all 19 times is mentioned like Ya ayyuhan nas in the Quran, starting by the word of Ya ayyuhan nas. Like for example, Ya ayyuhan nas u'budu rabbakum allazi khalaqakum wallazina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. Like for example, like Ya ayyuhan nas inna khalaqnakum min zakarin wa unsa wa ja'alnakum. These are all, but as a mu'minin is mostly about the in the beside of the starting, and also gave a promise too for the mu'minin when it's got talking. So these qualities or these condition, that is Allah will be happy for those who perform Allah's order, Allah's recommendation or Allah's hadith. However, also the mu'min, who is the mu'min, we have to know, like I mentioned it, we believe in the believers, and also we would like to talk about the Allah, what He said about the mu'mineen. Beside of this quality, what mu'min would be, what kind of action they will have, they will do if they have all these things, and then what would be in the mu'min. And that's why again in the Quran also this explain the quality or the position of the believers. So there is a little bit long verses, but inshallah, if I can remember, inshallah, I will recite it. That is about the mu'mineen, about the believers. He's saying, Allah mentioned it in the Quran. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. والمؤمنون والمؤمنات بعضهم أولياء بعض يأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر ويقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة ويطيعون الله ورسوله أولئك سيرحمهم الله إن الله عزيز حكيم. So this way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, in the believing man and the believing woman, one party of them are patrons to another's. Yes, like إنما المؤمنون إخوة, those are the Muslim or Mu'min is brother of each other. This was also his kind of connection for that. In a one party, so patrons to another. They bet doing good. Now the action, like I mentioned it, what they do, the Mu'min, if it is Mu'min, he believe what was before about the belief and this for the arkan, for the qualities. But how he does, the one Mu'min or she or he, what he does. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bringing this ayat. So they doing good and forbid doing evil. That's the Mu'min job. And they keep up the salat or prayer always. They are not missing their prayer, and they also pay zakat, and they are paying their charities. They are obeying Allah and His also in His Rasul and His Prophet. These are the Mu'min. As far as these, Allah will soon have mercy on them. This is the promise also. Allah is indeed exalted in might, most wise. So, of course, I would like to read who is the opposite of this Mu'min. Now I would like to go with that. This is the Mu'min, this is Allah is explain what they do beside of their faith, beside of their aqidah, and their action, what could be. That's why this verse was. And also, opposite of this, the one who has no aqidah, or the one who not believer, what they do. And this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also, they call it, he called those kind of people hypocrite. For the hypocrites are opposite of the mu'mineen, believers. Allah explain what they do. So they say also another verse is that, inshallah, if I Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. المنافقون والمنافقات بعضهم من بعض يأمرون بالمنكر وينهون عن المعروف ويقبضون أيديهم نسوا الله فنسيهم إن المنافقين هم الفاسقون. وعد الله المنافقين والمنافقات والكفار نار جهنم خالدين فيها هي حسبهم ولعنهم الله ولهم عذاب مقيم. صدق الله العظيم. So this is the opposite of mu'minin. These call it, Allah called them munafiqin or hypocrites. The hypocrites man and the hypocrites woman, some of them are among the other, they enjoy evil, opposite of mu'minin. They enjoyed evil, but the mu'minin, they are enjoy the good. So this is evil, that's opposite. And they enjoy evil and forbid good. And they will hold their hands tight. Tight means that they are not given any charity or any good things for somebody, no ihsan, no nothing. They have neglected Allah. They don't care about what Allah said. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala neglect them. Of course. Surely the hypocrites are themselves the transgressor. So these are what they are, the opposite of the mu'minin is hypocrites. Hypocrites is the very, in many places Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioned that they have in the very the downside of the hell. But mu'minin is the top. Also is about the promise of mu'minin. What is the promise of mu'minin? As like I mentioned it here is وَعَدَ اللَّهِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا وَمَسَاكِنَ طَيِّبَةً في جنات عدن ورضوان من الله أكبر ذلك هو الفوز العظيم. In opposite of the hypocrites, what Allah has promised for them. What is the promise of them? The promise of them is وعد الله المنافقين والمنافقات والكفار النار جهنم خالدين فيها هي حسبهم ولعنهم الله ولهم عذاب مقيم. And then the right and left entirely, or black and white entirely. So, or lighting and dark. So the mu'minin is, first of all, I would like to mention, has no fear from any kind of things that is bothering him or something, because he has trust, tawakkal, tawakkal to Allah, and he is that he said he doesn't want to do anything wrong. He is under control everything. He has no problem. For example, someone is doing wrong, he has to be worried. Someone is making good, feeling good. So this is the promise of Allah is right, and is without doubt. There has no doubt with the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So also when I mention it, the wa'adallahi for mu'mineen and wa'adallahi for hypocrites, inshallah after one break I would like to translate it inshallah for you. Just stay with me.